Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, I'm going to be going over why in some aspects Fortnite actually is a pay-to-win game. And I know that may sound crazy, and no, I'm not talking about skins. Those actually don't grant any competitive advantage like Epic always says, so they're not lying about that. I'm here to discuss gaming equipment. Things that you can incorporate in your setup that, believe it or not, can actually make you a considerably better Fortnite player. And there's some things that I'm going to be discussing in this video today that will literally improve your game right off the bat better than any actual gameplay tip I could ever give you in Fortnite. So I think it's going to be a really interesting video. I get a lot of comments and questions about it, so let's get right into it. So the first item on the list that we're going to be discussing today is a gaming monitor. And boy, I cannot even explain how important this is to being a good Fortnite player. I seriously believe that having a gaming monitor compared to just a normal HD TV, which I'm sure most of you guys are likely playing Fortnite on, will probably improve your game right off the bat better than any Fortnite tip I could ever actually give you. Don't believe me? Well, here are those words pretty much in a different way by Ninja, the most popular Fortnite YouTuber, a guy that's pretty much turned into a real-life celebrity at this point. And here's a tweet that he tweeted out on June 13th after the Fortnite Pro-Am event, where he says, "Dear every closet celebrity or celeb in general, do not play on a TV this big on console. By a 24-inch monitor that is 60 Hz plus, you will improve tenfold." And in the picture you can see it looks like probably about an 80-inch flat screen TV there. And I may not agree with the tenfold thing. I don't think you'll be 10 times a better player by just buying a nice gaming monitor, but it will easily improve your game if you're just playing on a regular old HD TV. Now, there's kind of this common misconception when it comes to gaming by people that don't really understand that bigger TVs are better. I guess it makes a little sense in theory. Oh, you know, if it's a bigger TV, you can probably see more of the screen, but it's actually the opposite. The smaller the TV or monitor that you have down to a certain extent actually means that you can see more in your initial field of vision when you're just looking at the game, and it takes less time for your eyes to readjust from, say, the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. And the decreased size of a gaming monitor isn't even the biggest advantage that it has over a regular old HD TV. Things like 60 plus hertz is huge for gaming. Millisecond response time. Some of these big monitors have like a 20 to 30 millisecond response time, while most good gaming monitors have between 1 and 3 millisecond response times. Those are all things that will decrease input lag, give you better picture quality, just in general make the game you're playing feel so much smoother than a regular old 32, 40, 50-inch HD TV that I'm assuming so many of you guys are playing on. Now, in terms of price, I'm actually surprised how cheap this is. I remember when I bought a 32-inch, I believe, LG TV about 5 or 6 years back that I first started gaming on when I got an Xbox. It was something ridiculous like $450, $500. You could get a really nice 24-inch BenQ 1 millisecond response time 60 Hz monitor for literally $100 to $150. Now, don't get me wrong, that is obviously a sizable amount of money here. I don't want to underplay how much money that is, but I feel like a good TV that'll improve your Fortnite game, and really any video game you play will improve your game, for $100 to $150 is a really nice investment, because even if you end up stopping playing Fortnite or video gaming in general, you still at the end of the day have a really nice TV to watch Netflix, TV shows, Amazon Video, whatever you want on it. So for $100 to $150, I think a really good investment that will definitely improve your Fortnite game if you don't already have one. Next up, moving on to the Xbox Elite / Scuff gaming controller. This one, without a doubt, is the piece of gaming equipment that I get questioned on the most. And I'll say it right off the bat again, even though I showed you guys my setup in my double pump, double heavy hand cam video, I use an Xbox One Elite controller, one paddle, lower left hand side for the A button, so I can jump and aim at the exact same time. And that is the whole appeal in a Scuff / Xbox Elite controller, the ability to jump and aim at the same time. in shotgun fights, close range, which is so important in Fortnite, literally one of the most important parts of being a great player. Being able to jump to avoid shots while also being able to readjust your aim to hit headshots and high damage body shots is crucial to being a great player in this game. And if you don't have an Xbox Elite or SCUF gaming controller, you have to pick one. You can either jump or readjust your aim. You can't do two at the same time. Eventually you'll get used to it and yeah, probably get pretty good at jumping and immediately adjusting aim and then jumping again and immediately readjusting aim. But at the end of the day, you will always be at a disadvantage if you're fighting anyone close range in any kind of battle if they have a SCUF or Xbox Elite controller and you don't. The free alternative to a SCUF or Elite controller is playing Claw. Now, I've never played Claw. I've heard some rumblings that it may give you like arthritis or carpal tunnel down later in your life. So I'm not sure about that. I'd probably research that before doing it. But I know some YouTubers. I have some friends that play Claw. Apparently, it's almost the exact same thing as having a SCUF or an Elite controller. So if you don't have the money to dish out to buy any of those things, you can maybe do some research on that. But I would recommend buying a SCUF or Elite controller. They'll run you about the same price a monitor, $100 to $150. You may be able to get a used one for a little cheaper, but trust me, it'll have so much of an impact in pretty much all first-person or third-person shooter games, and specifically in Fortnite with the importance of close-range shotgun fights. The third item on our list are control freaks, which for those of you guys that don't know what it is, it's basically a little plastic stick extender you attend to one of your joysticks on either your Xbox or PS4 controller that theoretically should give you a little more precision when aiming any kind of weapon in a first or third person shooter game. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I do not use control freaks. I started playing video games way before they came out. I've always felt like I've had really good aim, so my thought process when it comes to control freaks is don't fix my aim if it isn't broken. But for those of you guys that always say things like, bro, I'm struggling so much with AR and shotgun accuracy, how do you have such good aim? Unfortunately, I can't teach you guys aim. It's one of those things where really the only way to get better is to practice, or you could try something a little more unconventional like control freaks. The good news is they're incredibly cheap. They should only run you about $8 to $10 depending on where you buy them from. I think now they even carry them like in-store in Best Buy and Walmart and stuff like that. So honestly, for $8 to $10, there are a lot worse investments you could make in the world, because at the end of the day, it can't make your aim worse. Worst case scenario, you just take them off and never use them again. Best case scenario, they could make a significant improvement on your aim in Fortnite or any first or third person shooter you guys may play. So it really comes down to trying it. I can't tell you guys if they're incredible or if they're bad, because I've seen reviews that range from I think it's a placebo effect to yeah, these really did do a positive number on my aim. So your only option is to get out there and try them for yourself. Fourth thing I want to discuss in this video is a headset. Now, I think the best headset for gaming is Astros, preferably A40s or A50s, but they are pretty ridiculously expensive. A good pair of A40s or A50s are going to run you as much as $200 to $250. And in Fortnite, I feel like for the most part, you could get away with a solid $40 or $50 Turtle Beach headset. All you really need to hear in Fortnite is enemies that are really close to you, and with how loud enemy footsteps are, you'll be able to get away with only a decent headset. But if you don't have a headset, you're going to need to go out and purchase one. If you're just hearing sounds from your TV, or you're not hearing sound period, well then getting a headset will help you more than anything else in this video. Trust me when I tell you that. The final thing I want to discuss in this video, and I want to keep it quick because value for money, this is absolutely the worst in this video, and that is the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. I get a lot of comments on my videos with things like, bro, how is your quality so smooth and so good? How do you make your weapons on the ground light up? Those things are all a product of having the Xbox One X, and I believe it's the same thing on the PS4 side with the PS4 Pro. Now, if the Xbox One X were something like $200, $250 and just the normal Xbox was something like $150, I'd say, hey, for the $50 increase in price, it probably is worth it. But the Xbox One X is currently sitting at $500, and I don't think the PS4 Pro is much better. I think that's like $400 or $450. You could get a regular Xbox One for like $150, $200. Trust me when I tell you this, it is not worth it to pony up the extra $300 for a marginal improvement in graphics and just in general smoothness of the game. So maybe if you need a new Xbox around Black Friday time and they drop the price of the One X a lot, then maybe you should consider it, or I guess if you're just super rich and want whatever gives you the best chance to win. But other than that, trust me, there are way better values for money that can improve your game, even in just this video, than buying an Xbox One X. So overall, I would say the most important improvements you can make to your game is a monitor, number one, 100% if you don't already have one. Number two, Elite/Scuff controller. Number three, probably Control Freak since they're worth a try since they're so cheap. Then number four, a nice headset, but if you don't have a headset period, any kind of headset moves to like easily number one or number two on this list. And then finally, rounding out the bottom at number 5 is either the PS4 Pro or Xbox One X console. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I gave you guys some inspiration for like a Christmas or birthday or graduation present. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.